This community, they see us as the community school, and they should. That's what we want. That's what we really are. I love the fact that we're the hub of the district. You know, when things are going on, when cars are parked outside, people come in just to see what our kids are, what's going on in there. And that's what I love about being the superintendent here, is we are the hub of the community. And for that to continue to happen, we have to update some of these facilities.
One of the first things people look at when they consider moving into a community is the strength and facilities of a school district. And many times that can be a deciding factor whether or not they're going to move here.
The big push, right now is the STEM program, the science, technologies, education, math, and so we really need to have that updated. We've got 3 classes this year in it, and you guys have seen it. It's got that big funnel in the middle, and we've got a class in there of 28, 29 kids, and there's just not seating for it. It seats about 16. So as we continue to push the sciences, that room was built back obviously in the mid-70s, and those things that were needed then were taken care of, but now it's completely different. One of the other things that's in this proposal is a new gym, an auxiliary gym. In the winter right now, as we're starting, we have a master schedule that Chris Hill, our athletic director, runs, and it's the gyms and the facilities are chock full all winter long. And we have a top-notch wrestling program. We really do, and they're passionate about their sport, they're passionate about what they do, but we don't have a place for them. They're up in the mezzanine right next to the weights. So cheerleaders practice on the mats. The kids that are lifting weights wander around on the mats. Staph infection and all those things that happen on those mats. I've seen where Eastmont shut down their program one year because the infections are so bad. We do have a great deal of pride here in the community, and people are happy to be here and want to be here. But at the same point, some of the things are embarrassing, and I hate to say that and I hate to use that term, but it is embarrassing. Our locker room, when the other teams come in that compete, there's still chalkboards in there. I mean, we have to find chalk for coaches to use. I mean, that's how out of date it is. And you look across, and the locker rooms were built before Title IX. So the girls' locker room is smaller. We need to enlarge that a bit, blow out a couple of walls, but just make it a place where you can go in and you can and feel safe. And feel that it's a facility that you're proud of. And the boys' side is the same issue. If you walk in there's a little tail in the back that kind of winds around through 2 or 3 corners. And my understanding is when the last bond failed and then they finally did pass it, something was passed there and they just chopped it off. So there's a couple little zigzags back there. You can't see kids if they're back there changing. We need to wall that off and use it as a storage area. We can always use more storage area. We have on this project, and we talk about it being resurfacing the tennis courts. Actually, it's not a resurface. That was poor verbiage on our part as a district. We're completely going to take that tennis court down to the bare bones, probably under where it is now, build up a brand new base. When it was built on some sort of ground that moves a lot, and so we get anywhere from a quarter-inch to inch cracks every year. We spend about $3,500–4,000 every year sealing it up. So we want to do it correctly, and the project that we have planned is to go in there and take it, and we would even love to take it out a little bit bigger. The SOPs, the standard operating procedures, is to have 6 courts instead of 4. The other thing is down at the track. Again, it says resurface on our letters that we've sent out, but we're going to tear that all the way back down to the base again and redo it properly. Put a new top on it, and then allow, our athletes right now, we have a state-of-the-art timing system. We put some serious dollars into that, but we can't get people to come down anymore with all the cracks and how hard the surface is. That just needs to be taken care of. Our athletes deserve that, and we need to get more people down here. Our community does a great job of running. If you've ever had the pleasure or the pain of running a track meet, it takes a ton of people, and our community always steps up, and we hear it all the time, even though we only offer one a year now, how well it's ran and how our community steps in to do that. Yeah, anytime that you take a building, you open it up and you make some changes in there, then you have to bring it up to code. And so there's no fire system up there at the high school at all. We have an alarm system up there right now that's pretty antiquated. It was brought in when it does go down, when something breaks. Stephen Randall, our maintenance guy, has to go on eBay to find parts. They just don't make them anymore. We also, we have in this bond is creating a backbone and infrastructure of being able to with just the electronic needs, the electric that we need to bring in. We need big panels brought in. Those are not cheap.
See, one of the things, it's kind of a problem with this, is that the buildings, when you drive by, look fine. A lot of this is internal stuff. Unless you get on the track or go to a football game or track meet, you don't really see the need for that. But visually on the outside, yeah, the place looks good. We got kids dropped off in the morning. We got some athletes running around in the afternoon. It looks pretty good. But you know, some of the major things on this are internal, environmental, which obviously affects students.
Not only do the facilities from the outside look good, but we've got some incredible people in the classrooms teaching kids right now that do so much with so little. The whole point of this is first and foremost for kids to be able to reach their potential. That's what we want. And to do that, we have to have the facilities. My job is to clear those things out of the way that will keep that from happening, with the teachers being able to teach to their utmost.
We have not had a bond for 20 years. Think back 20 years and what's happened in 20 years that needs to be taken care of. And we haven't had a bond for 20 years.
I mean, to me, it just has to be done. It just has to be done.